Are NFL quarterbacks paid on production or potential? Helmets Off is on. All right, welcome to another edition of Helmets Off. I'm your host, Scott Mitchell. This past couple of days, the Giants owner has had to defend Eli Manning from severe criticism as being highly overpaid. And is he really worth it? I guess you have to ask yourself this simple question. Are you paid on performance or are you paid on potential? And quite frankly, in the NFL, even at every position, it's mostly on potential. And that's just what the market bears. So it's a matter of hitting things at the right moment. It's never about this guy is certainly deserving of it or this guy certainly is. But let me just say, I'm a believer it's about performance. Eli Manning, without question, has won 2 Super Bowls, has had a tremendous career, has been a big part of the recent success of the New York Giants. He's won as many Super Bowls as any Giant quarterback in NFL history. He'll end up having statistically, probably one of the top 20 careers statistically ever. Part of Eli's problem is he kind of has always been in the shadow of his brother Peyton, which I'm sure he's lived with for whatever. But I'll tell you, with the chances Eli's had winning championships, he's been pretty savvy. In fact, I think that's when he's actually at his best, is when the game's on the line, when it matters. And a lot of NFL quarterbacks are judged by their, well, a lot of them, pretty much all of them, except maybe a guy named Dan Marino who won no Super Bowls. But he has been a money player. Would you give up all this money to a guy that's won 2 Super Bowls? Absolutely. So no, he's not overpaid. He's paid because of his production. The reality is Eli right now is kind of a lot closer to the end of his career than he is at the beginning. And the Giants are going to have to figure out at what point do they move Eli Manning. Maybe it's now. It looks like it's probably going to be soon, just with some of the trades and things that are happening. Who knows? A lot of it is how much do they love the guys in the draft? Are one of these really good quarterbacks, are they going to be available? And do Giants believe that guy's the future of the franchise? Because they did that with Eli Manning when he first got there, and it proved out to be the right thing. And of course, if you remember, Kurt Warner was actually the starting quarterback and took a backseat to Eli, and it worked out well for both of them. All right, here's the guys that actually are overpaid. And I mean, it's certainly on potential. One guy, Sam Bradford. Sam Bradford's hardly played. I don't know that he's completed an actual season in the NFL, but he's earned over $100 million. Never really won a playoff game, never really completed a season. Just a guy that's certainly on potential. And I'll tell you, when he came out of Oklahoma, I really liked him as a player, but just never has found the ability to stay healthy. Certainly tons of potential, but is it worth $100 million? And of course, you have Cam Newton, and a lot of people are going to go, Cam Newton, are you kidding me? Well, Cam Newton's basically had one really good year, and that's it. And then he kind of folded in the Super Bowl and really didn't show up when it was expected. And here's a guy who I think has like Hall of Fame type of potential. And for whatever reason, he just seems a little aggravated, or he seems a little disinterested. I don't know, just some of his comments towards female reporters and some of his behavior, it feels like, I don't know, he's on edge. And then you have Jimmy Garoppolo, who basically was given another $100 million, about $58 million of it guaranteed, for playing 7 games. Now, I know that in my career, I started out where I played more than 7 games, but beside the point, a lot of people are like, you gave him how much money on potential? And $58 million guaranteed, a 5-year deal over $131 million. And in his first year, again, he got hurt. It remains to be seen, but it sure appears that this guy is overpaid. And then the last one, Kirk Cousins, $88 million guaranteed, which I think is crazy. I mean, it's just beyond crazy. But the reality is, it's never crazy. You're never overpaid. You may be overpaid in the court of public opinion, but you're never overpaid when someone's willing to pay you the money. And that's how the NFL is. So guys get paid on performance and guys get paid on potential. And you can argue for and against both, but that's just the system. And there's no rhyme or reason for it. So quit worrying about it. All right. Helmets Off is now off. You can text helmets to 65537. Go to Facebook at the Helmets Off Podcast, Twitter at the Helmets Off Show. Dial in that smarty phone, and we'll catch you soon.